Ever find yourself hitting that buy now button and picturing, I don't know, a little robot arm zipping around a warehouse to grab your package?
Oh, absolutely. Happens to me all the time.
That's automation, right? In action. But have you ever stopped to think about the people who actually put those incredible machines together?
It's easy to forget there's someone behind all that tech wizardry.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into the world of industrial machinery assemblers, getting into the nuts and bolts, so to speak, of what this career is really all about.
Sounds fascinating. I'm ready to get my hands dirty, metaphorically speaking, of course.
Now, when you hear machinery assembler, you might picture wrenches, greasy overalls, that whole deal. And yeah, there's definitely an element of that. But it's way more high-tech than you might think. We're talking robotics, programming assembly lines, even those labeling machines that seem to magically slap a barcode onto everything.
Right, it's not just about putting parts together anymore, is it?
Exactly. It's about understanding how those parts interact with increasingly complex systems.
And that's where the real demand is, right? I mean, RoleCatcher's guide was pretty clear about that. It's not enough to find people who can operate machinery. We need people who can troubleshoot, adapt, even improve upon these advanced systems.
It's like being a tech-savvy detective on a factory floor.
Hmm.
You see these intricate systems, figure out why something's gone haywire, and then actually have the skills to fix it.
And that problem-solving ability, it's gold. That's what separates a regular assembler from an indispensable one.
Okay, so we've established this isn't your grandpa's assembly line. But what's it really like to be an industrial machinery assembler day to day?
Yeah, RoleCatcher actually gives us a pretty detailed glimpse into that.
They do. And, well, it's not for the faint of heart, is it?
Definitely not. We're talking demanding environments, often noisy, fast-paced.
Yeah, like imagine.
Think factory floor, whirring machinery, maybe a few sparks flying.
Oh, and definitely some heavy lifting involved.
Can't forget that.
Okay, so maybe not a quiet cubicle job. But I don't know, there's something kind of romantic about it, right? Like you're in the heart of where things are made.
Yeah, you're right. It's like tangible.
RoleCatcher even uses the phrase building the future, which I think really captures the essence of this career.
Absolutely. And that sense of accomplishment, of seeing those complex machines come together piece by piece, that's huge. It's incredibly rewarding.
Knowing you had a hand in building that thing.
Exactly.
But, RoleCatcher doesn't sugarcoat it either. They're upfront about the challenges, the physical demands, the repetitive tasks, needing that extreme precision.
Right.
Those things can take a toll, don't you think?
They can, for sure. But those challenges, they build something too. You develop a really valuable skill set. Think about it. The focus it takes to assemble those intricate components, the stamina to keep going in that environment, the attention to detail so everything functions perfectly.
And those qualities, those aren't just for the factory floor.
Exactly. They translate across any industry.
It's like a boot camp.
A boot camp for your brain and your body.
I like that. Which is why, even with the challenges, this career path has so much potential. You're not just learning a trade, you're developing this whole set of skills that employers are actively seeking out.
It's true.
And speaking of potential, RoleCatcher talks about how this career can evolve over time. They've got these stages: entry-level, junior assembler, senior assembler. And what I find fascinating is it's not just about how long you've been on the job. It's about taking on more responsibility, mastering new skills.
Absolutely.
Like a junior assembler, they might be troubleshooting technical issues, maybe even training newer hires. That requires a whole other level of expertise.
And that's where RoleCatcher's emphasis on networking and continuous learning is so key. They talk about online forums where assemblers connect, share knowledge, troubleshoot problems together. It's like a digital apprenticeship.
That's something I bet a lot of people wouldn't expect, this whole online community aspect of industrial machinery assembly.
It just goes to show you, technology is changing everything, even professions that seem, I don't know, more traditional.
So let's say you've put in the work. You're a whiz with both the machinery and the tech. How do you actually land your dream job?
Well, it all comes down to that interview, right? And this is where RoleCatcher really shines, I think, with their interview prep.
Yeah, they really do go all out.
And what I like is they get it. They understand that interviews aren't like they used to be.
It's not just, here's my resume, nice to meet you.
Exactly. Employers are looking for more. They want to see critical thinking, how you solve problems, that genuine passion for this kind of work.
It's like the total package deal.
Right. Skills, knowledge, but the right mindset too. And that's why I think their whole deep dive into interview questions is so useful. They've got tons of examples.
Oh yeah, they really cover it all.
But there was one that stuck with me. It was, Can you describe a time you had to troubleshoot a complex problem with a piece of machinery? What was your process?
Oh, that's a good one. It's not a simple yes or no. It really makes you think it through.
It shows how you think, how you problem solve.
Mhm.
And it goes beyond just, knowing the technical stuff. It gets at those soft skills we talked about. Communication, being able to adapt, thinking on your feet. And those are crucial no matter what.
Totally. And let's not forget, even the job hunt itself is all about tech these days. And RoleCatcher, they offer some pretty cool AI-powered tools, like their CV analysis. Helps you
Oh,
stand out.
oh, that's a game changer. It analyzes your CV, tells you where you can improve, even tailors it for specific jobs.
So you don't just need to be tech savvy on the factory floor, but in how you present yourself to employers too.
Exactly. It's a whole new ballgame out there. And the more comfortable you are with all this tech, the better.
For sure. Well, this has been quite a journey into the world of industrial machinery assembly.
Hmm.
We've gone from the factory floor to like the cutting edge of technology. We've seen the skills, the opportunities, and yeah, even the challenges of this career path.
It's a lot more than meets the eye, that's for sure.
It really is. And I think the biggest takeaway for me is that this isn't just about machines, you know? It's about human ingenuity, our
Yeah.
ability to adapt, and this constantly evolving relationship between people and technology.
Well said. That's something we can all think about no matter what we do.